suppose a lot of people expected Cork to win yesterday. Kerry had a big point to prove. It was in Killarney, it was on their home turf. There was doubts about Kerry yesterday, and they certainly came in the first half and put in a blistering performance, putting up 110. Cork gave them awful space. You know, Cork lacked a bit of hunger and desire. There was something missing from Cork yesterday, that bit of intensity. Obviously it wasn't a knockout game, and you know, I previously questioned the merits of the game per se, that it was more about the year ahead. But Kerry will be happy with their performance. You know, they still have the best six forwards in the country, and when they're given space and time, they're lethal. Their midfield held up well in the first half, although albeit Cork got on top in the second half. Defensively, you know, Jack O'Connor will be a small bit disappointed that when Cork ran at them, when Cork do what they do best in the second half, created a small bit of difficulty for them. But Kerry were fully deserved of their victory. Cork, very disappointing, a lot of work to do. But having said that, they'll both be back in the last 8. We know that, and it's, you know, that both of them are still contenders. But if anything, yesterday they kind of came back to the pack. Both of them showed up weaknesses, and the likes of Dublin and Kildare will be, you know, happy watching that. They'll be a lot more optimistic this morning. Cork were disjointed. They certainly, you know, a lot of kick pass in the first half was very poor. They kicked it straight down the throat of the Kerry defence, but it was more that they lacked the intensity and the hunger and desire, and they gave Kerry too much space. And you know, Conor Coonan questioned their hunger and desire last week, and they certainly didn't answer that. And I would have thought at half time yesterday, a lot of harsh words at them. They certainly stepped up in the second half, and we saw more of the potential. We saw the team, the Cork that we know of, but they've left, you know, we've seen historically it's difficult to retain All Irelands, and Cork have left a few question marks hanging over themselves. They still, pound for pound, they still can be the best team in the country, but they're going to have to decide whether they really want to retain Sam, or, you know, the big questions to ask over the next few weeks.